Hello. So something that we've been discussing recently that I really think is so important is that you're basically there's nothing wrong with you. And if you approach these ideas, these manifesting law of assumption, law of attraction ideas, with that more gentle perspective that there's nothing wrong with you, and that you don't have to beat yourself up, and that the perceived failures you have are actually directing you to what you do want externally, and that your emotions like fear or sadness or anger or shame, that stuff is actually telling you, how to treat yourself and to treat yourself more gently and to listen to those feelings. If you no longer view either those feelings as an adversary or quote unquote failures as an adversary, then what adversaries do you really have, And we don't have to be perfect about this by any stretch of the imagination. Again, this law of assumption, law of attraction advice is meant to be pragmatic, in my opinion. As we went over yesterday, this is not, as far as I'm concerned, deeply spiritual stuff. This is just pragmatically, how can I make my life better on a pragmatic level for me and also everybody else, for my loved ones and for the people around me, for the world. Basically the golden rule. How would you like to be treated? And then treat yourself that way and treat other people that way. These concepts help us do that, at least I think. And you can look at the perceived failures you have while applying them, or the uncomfortable feelings that come up while trying to implement them, as just part of the process and nothing to judge yourself harshly about. They can become friends instead of foes. This is just basically repeating what we've been speaking about so much the last couple of weeks. And it's vitally important because there's so much shaming and so much doubt that we give to ourselves, and also just in this LOA community. And it's a terrible way to go about applying this stuff, And again, people just talk about these ideas like they're these set laws, while they're just like theories and different ways of applying this information. And these laws, if we really get into this stuff, we're going to find out they're not laws a lot of the time. And that people don't know what the heck they're talking about on YouTube or Reddit or Instagram or TikTok when they say this is a law, this is how you do it. A very closed-minded approach. And, if it works for them, so be it. But my point is, don't get weighed down by that. Don't get weighed down by limiting beliefs like everyone is you pushed out if it just doesn't resonate with you. Respect and become friendly with your fear, with your failures. Face them openly and focus on what you want internally and externally. More, in my experience and in my application of these ideas, internally. What do I really want? And if I acknowledge that, it's easier to just access it. We had a group coaching session yesterday, and I was saying that because of these ideas being thrown at us so often, like these concepts, these laws, like how they're thrown at us on YouTube and social media, recommending this video and this video, it's very easy just to get lost and overwhelmed. And that wasn't the case probably 7, 8, 10 years ago. But now we to find out about the law of attraction, we go to YouTube or Reddit or Instagram or TikTok. And that's like some of the stupidest places to look. Because it's not going to give us space usually to become friendly with our failures, or to become friendly with our fear or our sadness. It's not going to give us space to do that. And again, social media serves a purpose, but I was saying yesterday, it's often wise to just take a break or to limit yourself to, whatever you want, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, but no more than an hour a day of this kind of stuff. Really no more probably than like a half hour or 10 minutes even. One video a day. Or how about no video a day? No video of yokels like me talking in their car. Do that for a week. I bet you'll feel better. We distract ourselves with these ideas of there being laws and forces and the 3D versus the 4D and the 5D. While we could just become more quiet and intimate with ourselves, with our perceived failures, and with these uncomfortable feelings. Doing that is vastly different than watching YouTube videos. Something to reflect on.